afternoon, my lovely people. Thank you so much for joining me once more for this amazing video. Kama kawaida, we're going to make something super yummy, and for today I want us to make some really creamy chicken livers that you guys are 1000% going to enjoy. This is super exciting, very brief, but utapenda kabisa. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much for returning once again, and to my new watchers, I know 100% after this video I'm going to earn that subscription. That said, guys, let's get right into it and let's make some yummy creamy chicken livers. Karibuni. Okay love, now we are done with the prep process. Tunaenda directly into the cooking, but before we do it, you know, here at Kaluhi'S kitchen we have to explain the whys and the hows so that you guys can get it 100% when you try this out at home. This is a chicken liver recipe, so that automatically means the main protein of this video is chicken livers. I bought mine from Carrefour. When I did, they were frozen and the defrosting was pretty straightforward. Just let it sit on the countertop, and once defrosted, we are ready to go into cooking. This is about 350 grams. The pack I bought was 700 grams, so I just halved it and the rest I returned into my freezer. The highest viewed video on my channel is my beef liver recipe, and you guys know that there's a very specific method you must follow when you're preparing beef liver, and that involves the peeling of the top membrane for you to get tender liver. That process is mandatory for beef liver. However, for chicken liver, that is not necessary, and that makes it super exciting because that means the cooking process is very brief. The peeling is mandatory for beef liver, but it's not mandatory for chicken liver. If you haven't watched that video, please, I will link it here, or should you come and have a go and watch it. The audio is terrible, like I was screaming. I was screaming in my kitchen, but please focus on the message because it's the best liver recipe of all time. Now with that out of the way, we're going to go directly into the cooking, and as you can see, I want a heavy base, and I always say a heavy base makes for a good foundation for you to build flavor upon. So do not shy away from your herbs. And luckily in this country, herbs are very cheap, very easy to get. Dania 5 bob, kitungu 10 bob, very cheap. So do not shy away from the things that will give you amazing flavor in your food. On my chopping board, I have my dania stems, my red onion, my hoho, and some finely chopped rosemary, and some garlic. Oh, where's my garlic? And some garlic somewhere on that side. So for those 5 herbs, they go so well with chicken, and because this is chicken liver, they have to star in this recipe as well. Rosemary and garlic in particular have to be there. Okay loves, you are now progressing super fantastically, and from the contents of our herby base, you can now tell we are on the right path. How can you tell? They will have significantly shrunken. The color will have also slightly changed, especially when it comes to the greens, and then the aroma will also really encompass your entire neighborhood. That's how you know you're on the right path. This is now well on the way, and now we're going to go to the next step. And guys, kuchanganyikiwa ni part of life, and I forgot about my tomatoes and tomato paste when I was making the picture about the ingredients, but do not worry, I will include it on the blog, and on the blog there will also be a downloadable copy of the recipe, so do not miss out on that. And now that our herby base is now done, we're going to go in with our tomatoes and tomato paste. Just a teaspoon is enough for the quantity of liver we are making today. And along with that, I'm going to go in with 5 spices, and that I'm going to go with paprika, turmeric, curry, some chili flakes, and some onion powder. The onion powder is particularly important for this because liver pairs so well with onion notes, and because we have onion in the herby base we started with, we're going to up that flavor note in particular with some onion powder, and that will make for a delicious meal. So I know that is clear, so let's add in our tomatoes, followed by our tomato paste, and then the spices. We'll add a tiny bit of water to facilitate the cooking of the spices and let this simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, we're now back after about 8 minutes. I feel like this is just the way I want it to be for this recipe. So let's just go in and check on it. Ah, the aroma. But most importantly, guys, the tomatoes at this stage should completely break down and combine with everything else. When you cook something saucy or something like a stew, and then you have huge chunks of tomatoes floating on your plate when you're eating, hapo makosa, just know you didn't give your tomatoes adequate time to cook down and melt with everything else. For this recipe, and for really any other recipe that you're making something savory, always ensure the tomatoes break down, and that time you allow your tomatoes to break down also allows your spices to cook down. So do not rush the cooking process. This looks really beautiful, nice and saucy, nice and thick. Not to go kwa home stretch. So for now, for the next step, we're going to go in with our chicken liver. We're going to add it in, give it a mix, and then we're going to add some coconut cream. And with that, guys, we have sweetly come to the end of this video, and I hope you enjoyed every single step. This smells fantastic. And for today, I've served my chicken liver with some cumin rice and some broccoli. You can serve it with potatoes, you can serve it with chapati. Some people like liver with pancakes. If that's your jam, go right ahead, maybe with ugali, but whatever starch you choose to serve this with, you're really going to enjoy this one. My mouth is watering, and that means I have to go in for a taste test. Absolutely fantastic. The garlic and the onion are the most prominent notes, and that pairs well with liver any day, anytime, and this is no exception. You can taste the rosemary, you can appreciate the herbiness of the dhania. You can also taste a mild nuttiness because of the coconut cream, and it ties in the spices so perfectly, and this is a recipe you're going to enjoy time and time again. Not only is it super delicious, but it's packed with vitamin A, packed with vitamin B. It ensures your heart and your blood vessel health is A1, and it's something that is not only yummy to have but super nice for your body as well. Don't forget, kama kawaida, the exact recipe quantities are on my blog, link on the description box. Try this out, snap a pic, tag me on any social media platform. Baby girl, it's my life duty to show you off, and I'd love to see your masterpiece as well. For me, it's now time to go and have my lunch. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you on my next video as well. Bye.